and welcome to our event tonight, the Virtual College Fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Counselors and StriveScan. Again, thanks for joining us. Few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. If it's for a specific school, please note that in your question. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening. There are some panels coming up next week. You can check out the schedule and sign up for those at the same place you signed up for this one, strivescan.com/Virginia. This presentation is being recorded. It'll be available within about a week at the same website, strivescan.com/Virginia. We're in session C3. You can see the cursor moving in circles over the screen that I am sharing right now. So that is the order of the 6 schools that will be presenting tonight. So I will get out of the way and turn it over to our first presentation from the representative from Hollins University.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Kaylin Asip. I'm the Director of Admission at Hollins University, and I'm excited to share some information with you this evening. If you're not familiar with Hollins, Hollins University is located in Roanoke, Virginia, in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains, so conveniently located to other institutions in the area, as well as beautiful mountainscapes and the city of Roanoke itself, which is about 10 to 15 minutes from campus. Some fast facts to cover with you all. We are a women's college at the undergraduate level. We have about 800 students total enrollment on campus, and we are a residential community. So about 95% of our students are living on campus. You'll find our average class size to be 11, so quite small, which means that student-faculty ratio is also small at 9:1. It allows for really engaged learning, for you to get to know your professors, and for you to be more than just a name and a face in a class. They want to know what your ambitions are, what your goals are, and how to help you achieve success in your definition of success. So your learning is really individualized at Hollins. You'll note that some of our top majors are English. If you're familiar with the book Goodnight Moon, Runaway Bunny, Margaret Wise Brown is a Hollins alumni. We have multiple Pulitzer Prize winners out of Hollins as well. Biology, which continues to be a strong major with great success in placement in pre-vet and in pre-med, so vet and med programs. Business, psychology with several concentrations, and then studio art. In addition, we are a member of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference, and we participate in Division III athletics. We have 8 different division athletics, as well as our equestrian program, which is located right on campus. To give you a little bit better of a sense of our community, we are made up of about 53% of students are coming from Virginia, so you won't be alone if you're a Virginia native. But however, we are pretty diverse, and our community really prides itself on being a diverse community that respects difference and values the equal worth of all people. And so it's really important that you're able to immerse yourself in a community where you're able to hear different experiences, different perspectives, so that you can really grow in your learning and understanding within the classroom as well as outside of the classroom. So you'll note that about 34% of our students are identified as students of color or Hispanic Latinx, and we are represented in 44 states and 20 countries. In addition to the diversity on campus, we have a diverse array of organizations and clubs for students to take advantage of, so you can really get that campus culture and student life experience on campus. Some of our clubs and organizations are more affinity-based, such as our Black Student Alliance or Asian Student Alliance. However, some are more student interest-based or academic or athletic. What's unique about our opportunities for clubs and organizations is that they have the opportunity to take advantage of what we call our public student forum or our Senate meeting weekly. So representatives are available weekly. It is a public student forum for all students to take advantage of. Every single student at Hollins is considered to be members of our Student Government Association. So you have a voice and you have a purpose on campus. And our goal with the Student Government Association is for students to really be able to enhance the life of the community on campus, so that your voice is heard and that you matter and you're a contributing factor to the institution. You can see here our Student Government Association, some of the positions that students can hold. We have over 80 positions on campus that students can hold that are leadership positions. That leadership experience is a great way for you to build some additional education on campus. So not just within the classroom, but outside the classroom, but there are ample ways for you to continue to engage and build some really wonderful experiences within the classroom itself. Last spring, we opened our Rutherford Center for Experiential Learning. Previously, this center existed with individual study abroad office, research, and internships. However, we continue to find that more and more students were having a collaborative experience in these areas, and so we launched our Rutherford Center. The Rutherford Center guarantees that every single student that wants an experiential learning opportunity on campus has access to it. About 91% of our students do take advantage of at least one experiential learning opportunity before they graduate. About 60% of our students study abroad before they graduate, and your financial aid package actually follows you abroad, so there's no additional cost to attend. We have our own campus in London and partnerships in over 30 other locations. In addition, if you want to gain valuable research experience, we do have opportunities for students to conduct one-on-one research with faculty. Many of our students are published before they graduate, and these research experiences can take place during our J term, which is pictured here. So this is a trip that is taken every year during our January term. It's faculty led, and students go to St. John in the Virgin Islands and collect and dive to collect research and data, and then bring it back to the labs and do research. In addition, we have a number of internship programs, 95 or so to be exact. So lots of opportunities for you to engage and enhance your learning experience so that you prepare for your future. About 95% of our students are graduating in 4 years, so you can take advantage of all these opportunities while you're on campus for 4 years. If this interests you, I want to talk a little bit about the application process. So submitting your application via our Common App, where we have our own application, your transcripts, we are test optional this year, and then the last piece would be your secondary school report or letter of recommendation. We have 3 different application deadlines: our early decision, early action, and regular decision deadline. However, we are rolling, so you have the opportunity to review your application and provide you a decision within about 2 weeks' time. You'll also receive a merit-based award during your application review, which starts at $24,000 and goes up to full tuition. Would love to share more information about the application and scholarship process. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me directly at asipcm2@hollins.edu, and I've left my cell phone number so you can call or text me anytime. But hope to have you on campus soon. We are offering in-person visits, they're private visits, or we have a number of virtual experiences that you can engage with so you can get better to know Hollins University. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and want to remind everyone, use the Q&A for any questions that you have for any of our presenters tonight. If it's for a specific school, make sure to name the school in your question. Up next, we'll hear from the University of Mississippi, or better known as Ole Miss.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this evening. My name is Debbie McCain-Wesley, and I'm a regional admissions rep for the University of Mississippi, affectionately known as Ole Miss. We are nestled in the northern part of the state of Mississippi in a fabulous college town called Oxford. If you've ever heard of Memphis, Tennessee, we are a little south of Memphis, so a short flight from wherever you are here in Virginia, typically around a 2-hour flight into Memphis, and then in an hour you are on our campus. And if you're traveling by car, it would probably take about 13 hours to drive to our campus. But again, very picturesque and all of that. But we are nestled in the northern part of the state of Mississippi. We are the flagship university for the state of Mississippi. We were founded back in 1848. Our total enrollment is a little under 24,000 students, and that does include our graduate school students, medical school, law school, so forth and so on. And on our main campus of undergraduate students, it's probably around 17,000. We do have a 17-to-1 student faculty ratio, and our average class sizes tends to range between 30, 35 students in a class. All 50 states, the District of Columbia, and over 90 countries are represented on our campus. We've been recognized as a Carnegie R1 research institution. The only medical school within the state of Mississippi belongs to us, and we have a number of nationally ranked programs. As I mentioned earlier, we're located in the town of Oxford. It's been described as the cultural mecca of the South, named as a top college town by a number of different places, host to like an Oxford Film Festival, the Double Decker Festival. A number of James Beard award-winning chefs and restaurants are located in our area. And then again, our proximity to Memphis, and also not too far a drive from New Orleans. So we tend to get a number of bands, artists, musicians, so forth and so on. We have over 80 undergraduate majors. They're all situated within schools and or within our college liberal arts. So you'll see here our School of Applied Science, of Journalism and New Media. We have a School of Accountancy, of Business, Engineering, Education, and Pharmacy. So we cover a lot of various programs that students are able to pursue. In addition to these majors, we have a number of special programs. They do require a separate application for admission, but certainly there's a lot of breadth and depth that students are given an opportunity to pursue. And you can see the listing here within our Honors College. We have a Trent Lott Leadership for Institute, Croft Institute for International Studies. We boast 2 language flagships in Chinese and Arabic. And I should also mention that our students travel abroad every year. They go to every continent for either a semester or a year. When they're not in class, they're busy doing a variety of other things. So we have over 400 clubs and organizations. We do have an active Greek life system. So about 40% of our students tends to participate in Greek life. And we are residential in terms that we require our first year students to live with us on campus for that first year. We have 2 recreational centers. So as students are, I like to say, academically fit, we like for them to be physically fit and being mindful and practice like good well-being and various habits. So we give them places and spaces to do that. We are part of the Southeastern Conference. We are a Division I athletic sports program with 16 men's and women's athletic teams, and tons of opportunities for students to show their school spirit and camaraderie. Close to 80% of our students receive some type of financial assistance. We offer both merit aid as well as need-based aid. And this is a listing of our merit awards for out-of-state students, typically starting around a 25 on the ACT, 1200 SAT. With a 3.0 GPA, you automatically receive some academic merit award. The higher the score, the higher the amounts. So while we do require those test scores for that academic merit award, we do not require test scores for just general admission. So I encourage you to apply to us if you're thinking about it and haven't done so yet. You can apply using our institutional application, or you can apply using our the Common app, and send us your high school transcript, and we will review and be in touch with you as we render a decision. Again, our special programs like the Honors College, Croft Institute for International Studies, those programs do require a separate application, and we'll be in touch with you with regards as to when to get those things submitted. There is a priority deadline of January 5th with them. I know that I've shared, a lot of information with you tonight, and maybe you're thinking about possibly planning a visit to come and see us. We would love that so very much. We are welcoming visitors to our campus and are giving in-person student-led campus tours. So I invite you to visit our website so that you can see our calendar, see the days and times in which we are offering these visits, and maybe plan a trip to come and see us. I thank you so very much for your time, and take good care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. And I want to just remind everyone, once again, use the Q&A button to ask questions of any of our representatives this evening. And if it's for one specific school rep, please make sure to name the school in your question. Up next, we'll hear from the representative from Fairmont State University.
Good evening. My name is Harry Jeffers. I'm one of the admissions counselors at Fairmont State University. I'm here to be your guide through the application, admission, and enrollment process. I, or one of my colleagues in Office of Recruitment, will be glad to help you navigate through choosing a major or contacting one of our world-class faculty members. Fairmont State University sits on a charming hilltop campus in Fairmont, West Virginia, located in the north central part of the state. Because we are surrounded by nature, our campus has unrivaled access to adventures like hiking, biking, skiing, and all within a 1 to 2 hour drive from campus. We're close to major cities, including Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Columbus, Ohio, Washington, D.C. Our campus community regularly travels to these cities to experience their world-class arts, dining, shopping, and professional sports. And for a point of reference, we are 326 miles from Richmond. Fairmont State University has 5 resident halls with a wide range of living options, from single suites to traditional style. Because of our size, campus residents are never more than a 5 or 10-minute walk to their classes, dining, or recreation. There's plenty of parking available also, whether you live on or off campus. Your parking permit cost is including your fees, so you will not be charged extra for having a car on campus. The hub of activity on campus centers around the Falcon Center, which is home to the dining hall, the recreation center, bookstore, and multiple student services. The Falcon Center has a lap pool and an indoor quarter-mile walking track. The recreation center has free weights and weight machines. Fairmont State University offers over 50 undergraduate degree programs with 100 programs of study. We offer several programs that you can't find anywhere else in the state, including national security and intelligence, community health education, architecture, and the state's only FAA 141 flight school. You're sure to find a major you love, whether you're into science, the arts, business, or any other academic programs Fairmont State University offers. If you're not sure what you'd like to major in, we offer academic pathways. These are groups of academic programs that have overlapping research or creative interest, related coursework, or similar career paths that allow students to explore an area of interest while helping you stay on track to graduate on time and save tuition dollars. And no matter what your major, there's no reason you cannot be successful at Fairmont State University. Our tutoring and testing center services are free to students, and there is no cap on the hours that you may use, and they have walk-in, appointment, and online counseling. Participating in a club or sport is a great way to explore a field you love and build friendships that last a lifetime. Fairmont State has over 60 clubs and organizations, so you're sure to find something you enjoy. We also have an active Greek life with 3 fraternities, 3 sororities. We offer dozens of intramural activities, including solo and team sports and club sports. With a combined 17 sports for men and women, the Falcons take on all challengers in the NCAA Division II Mountain East Conference. Fairmont State University not only has one of the lowest tuition rates in the state, but we feel we have stellar outcomes and our value is unmatched. Virginia residents qualify for our metro tuition rate, which can save you up to $20,000 over a 4-year period versus our out-of-state rates. In addition to financial aid and academic programs that are structured to help you graduate on time, we offer several scholarships for first-time freshman students. These scholarships can be based on financial need or academic standing. You can find complete information and application links at fairmontstate.edu/scholarships. If you like what you're seeing and hearing, applying to Fairmont State is fast and easy. For first-time freshmen, we need your high school or homeschool transcript, your official college transcripts if college credit was earned during high school, and your immunization records. We require at least a 2.0 high school homeschool GPA, an 18 ACT score, or a composite 950 SAT score, or a 3.0 high school homeschool GPA, regardless of your ACT or SAT score. Please note that due to the current COVID situation, that the test score requirement for admissions has been waived. But we still encourage students to take the test of their choice because it will factor into different financial aid and scholarship programs. In addition to the contact information you see on your screen now, we also have a live chat every day from Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. that you can log on and get actual conversation with one of the representatives here. We are also having our maroon and white exploration sessions from November 8th through the 14th with presentations all week long by all of our schools and colleges. This is my contact information. You are welcome to call me, text me, email me, however you'd like to communicate, or register for one of our one-on-one virtual counselor visits. Thank you for allowing me the time to offer and show you what Fairmont State can do to help you obtain your educational goals. Good evening.
Thank you, Harry. Appreciate that. And I will remind everyone, once again, use the Q&A button for questions to any of our presenters this evening. Up next, we will hear from the representative from the University of North Carolina at Greensboro.
Hey everyone, so glad that you're here with us today to learn about UNC Greensboro and all of the other institutions that are with us today. My name is Lauren Scott and I'm an admissions counselor here at UNCG, and specifically I help work with students in the Virginia area. With me today, I also have Katie Seagraves, who's monitoring the Q&A. So again, if you have any questions, put them in the chat and Katie will answer those for you. To give you an overview of UNC Greensboro, some quick facts. We were founded in 1891 as an all-women's institution focusing on education. In 1963, we became co-educational, which is when we started accepting men into our institution, and that's when we became the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. We now have about 20,000 students on campus, with about 16,000 of them being undergraduate students. We have over 125 different degree programs, with our top 10 programs listed on the right-hand side of this slide here. You can see our average student to faculty ratio is about 20:1, and our average class size is about 27 students, which is pretty good for a university our size. I think one of my favorite things about UNCG is we provide the best of both worlds. We're giving you that smaller campus feel within our academic settings, but we're giving you that larger campus feel with over 350 different student organizations on our campus. We have 17 different Division I athletic teams that all play on campus, with the exception of our men's basketball team, but we do have transportation to take you to those games. We don't require our first-year students to live on campus their freshman year. However, about 80% of our first-year students do choose to live on campus just because it's such a great environment to be in. You can see our admitted student profile there at the bottom. Our average GPA is about a 3.75. Our average SAT is about 1030, and our average ACT is about a 23. Those test scores are being waived this year for every school in the UNC system. So if you're applying to any public institution in North Carolina, those test scores are waived. So we'll just need your high school transcript. But again, these are just our averages. We do accept students who are about 20% above and below these averages, and we admit about 68% of the students who are applying to UNCG. We're very centrally located in the state of North Carolina. You can see our Spartans come from 78 different countries and 46 different states. We're about 3 hours away from Richmond. We're about 5 hours away from Fairfax. You can see we're also close to some in-state areas in North Carolina. We're about 3 hours away from the mountains in Asheville, and we're about 3 hours away from the beach in Wilmington. So definitely an ideal place to be here in North Carolina. We are the third largest city in North Carolina, next to Raleigh and Charlotte. They say we put the green in Greensboro. So if you're interested in biking, hiking, kayaking, there's tons of trails and greenways to explore. We have 3 sporting teams that play in downtown Greensboro. Concerts at the Coliseum. I'm a huge Justin Bieber fan, and he was supposed to come to the Coliseum this summer. So huge performers are performing at the Coliseum, and we're just a mile away from the Coliseum downtown. There's the amphitheater and the Tanger Center. So some musicals will also be in downtown Greensboro. And we're just a mile and a half away from downtown. So there's tons of art galleries, parks, festivals. We're also home to the International Civil Rights Museum, which is really cool to check out while you're in Greensboro. If you're ready to join us, there's a couple of steps you need to take. The first one being the online application. You can always apply through our website, which is the URL at the bottom of this slide. You can also apply through CFNC or Common App. No matter how you apply, there's a $65 application fee. We'll need your official transcripts, and anything else is totally optional. But if you're looking for our merit-based scholarships, then the essay becomes required. So take the time to fill out the essay. What to expect for tuition and fees for my out-of-state students to a little over $22,000 for the year. And again, we don't require our first-year students to live on campus, but if that's something that you're wanting to do, then you'll need to add in that room and the meal plan. Some deadlines to keep in mind: December 1st and January 15th are our priority deadlines, and then March 1st is our deadline after that. We are on a rolling basis until July 15th, and then for the spring semester, your deadline is December 1st. And then if you're wanting to connect with us, again, me and Katie are your go-to for Virginia. You can scan these 2 QR codes to get information for me, who is pictured on the left there. So I have Northern Virginia and Katie has most of Central and Southern Virginia. Scan those QR codes so that you can save our contact information to your phone. You can also apply through those QR codes. You can fill out our virtual view book. You can schedule a meeting with me or Katie. Tons of great information. So take some time to scan that. If you have an iPhone, you can do it with your camera. If you have an Android, you can do it with your Snapchat app, or you can always find our contact information on admissions.uncg.edu/Virginia admissions counselors. We're always here to help if you have any questions about UNC Greensboro, about any college or any application process or step. We're always here to support you. We have texting, you can call our office. We also have some virtual sessions going on until next week. So log on to our virtual page so that you can see all of the events that we are having. And we're also offering on-campus tours now. So if you want to come to Greensboro and check us out, we're giving tours every 30 minutes and you can have 2 guests with you. So just kind of keep that in mind, but we really enjoy connecting with you and look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Lauren. And again, any questions you have for any of our reps, use the Q&A button at the, well, wherever it is on your screen, somewhere, bottom or top. Just use that button to ask questions of any of our reps during this presentation. Up next, we'll hear from the representative from the Virginia Commonwealth University.
All right, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. My name is Robert Avison. I am an admissions counselor with VCU. A little bit about VCU. We have 2 main campuses, and one of the more confusing logos, I like to say, because of that 1838 date. Our technical founding date was actually 1968. That is when the medical college and the Richmond Professional Institute were merged into one large university. We have a couple of satellite campuses as well, but for the 2 main campuses, the Medical College of Virginia, that is where the majority of pre-health professional students are going to be studying. Not as many undergraduate, more graduate students within that medical program. And then the Monroe Park campus, that is, if you are familiar with the Richmond area, located right after the Fan District. That is where the majority of undergraduate classes are going to be held. Little bit about Richmond. We are an awesome place to live. I'm a little biased because I've lived there my whole life, but we are still really great. We're a very central location, about 2 hours away from the beach, the mountains, North Carolina, DC. With DC, traffic is kind of crazy, but we're still very close to DC. We have over 500 acres of James River Park system, and we are very outdoor friendly as well, which is really cool. We also have 8 Fortune 500 companies located, headquartered within Richmond, 11 Fortune 1000 companies, and we're very small business friendly with a lot of community partnerships from VCU to Richmond, Virginia. A little bit about campus. We are, again, a large university. We have a little bit over 30,000 students, with that undergraduate population being a little over 24,000. Even though we're a large university, we still have an average classroom size of about 27 students per classroom. We also have an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And so a lot of our undergraduate faculty are going to be very involved and helping out our students. They will have office hours, and they will also help out with research opportunities, internships, and different things that do become available. But even though we do have some more of that personalization, we're getting, again, a large university, we have an alumni base of almost 200,000 alumni. And then in terms of what we look for from our students, we are holistic in our review approach, and some programs might be more specialized, including engineering, business, and school of the arts. But middle 50% GPA we usually see from students will range from a 3.3 to 4.0. In terms of test scores, which we are going to be score optional this year, that middle 50% range is going to be from a 1080 to 1270 SAT score and about a 22 to 27 ACT score. In terms of a couple of application deadlines, November 1st, that is going, if you are able to apply, and we are going to be through the common application. If you do apply through the common application, get everything into us by November 1st, you will be automatically considered for one of our 3 main merit-based scholarships, the Presidential, Provost, and Dean Scholarship. However, on our financial aid website, we will list all of our other third-party and departmental scholarships there as well, that you can apply for on an individual basis. The other deadline to keep in mind, January 15th, that is the regular decision priority deadline for freshmen. So if you do apply by January 15th, you are guaranteed to have your decision back by April 1st. Now, say if you apply in October, or earlier, we'll try to get you that decision as soon as possible. It does not mean you have to wait until April 1st. However, for students that apply before that date, the absolute latest you will hear back is April 1st. We are rolling admissions, so even if you apply after January 15th, we will still review your application. We will try to get you a decision back as quickly as possible. We just do not have a guaranteed time frame for when you will get that decision back. We are also going to not have anything such as early action, early decision, or binding decisions as well. The third thing I do want to mention are a couple of other things. We have an honors college. Feel free to reach out to me directly in relation to those programs. An honors college and a guaranteed admissions program, which is more for pre-medical. A small note there, if you do plan on applying for that program, I would do more research ahead of time. They are not going to be score optional, the guaranteed admissions program. However, if you were unable to take the test, either the SAT or the ACT, you can reach out to that individually. Again, feel free to reach out to me for more details on that. And then the other thing I do want to mention, financial aid, the FAFSA forms, they opened up on October 1st. Our financial aid priority deadline is March 1st. Definitely encourage everybody to apply to financial aid, but approximately 77% of our students that apply for financial aid will receive some sort of financial aid. That's about it for my presentation, but thank you all so much for joining me.
Thank you very much. And I'll leave that up for a second or two here as we get ready to transition to our final presentation from our 6th school this evening. But I want to remind everyone, use the Q&A. Any questions you have for any of our presenters, make sure that you add that to the Q&A, and just make sure that if it is a question for a specific school, you name the school in your question. Up next, we will hear from the representative from Radford University, Carilion.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sarah Wambe, and I am the Director of Admissions here at Radford University, Carilion. There we go. All right, so we were founded in 1911 as the Lewis Gale School of Nursing. Radford University Carilion has been educating healthcare professionals in the Roanoke Valley for over 100 years. We are Virginia's first hospital-affiliated college, and we are the top producer of health professions graduates in Southwest Virginia and top 10 for the entire Commonwealth. Our total student population is just under 1,100 students. Here, students are provided with rigorous real-world learning environments at one of the most forward-thinking academic health centers in the nation. Radford University and Carilion Clinic have created a private-public partnership that gives students access to state-of-the-art facilities, access to practicing clinicians, and we offer clinical opportunities all within our campus facility. RUC is the health sciences campus of Radford University. This means that our students are a part of a much larger network. They have access to Radford main campus classes, clubs, and activities on our main campus. We are located in Roanoke, Virginia, a city of around 100,000 people framed by the mountains of Virginia's Blue Ridge. The area itself offers over 600 miles of trails for those looking for outdoor adventure. Within walking distance of campus, students can find a lively downtown with museums, restaurants, shopping, and nightlife. The campus itself is located inside of Carilion Community Hospital, as seen behind me. We are in the heart of the downtown Roanoke and the beginning of the Health Sciences and Technology Innovation Corridor, which includes the Fralin Biomedical Research Institute and the Ramp Regional Accelerator. The city of Roanoke itself provides ample opportunities for nightlife, arts, music, and recreational activities. I want to go over some of our most popular programs that we offer here, but as you can see, we offer everything from associates up through doctoral programs. First and foremost, our Occupational Therapy Assistant program is the oldest program in the state, and it offers 100% career placement. Our Biomedical Sciences program prepares students for professional schools like medical, dental, and vet programs. It offers 2 semesters of cadaver-based human growth anatomy, and if you're interested in pursuing a physician's assistant program, we offer 7 guaranteed interview spots for RUC graduates. Our Emergency Services program is one of 13 in the nation. In the program, you have an opportunity for over 1,000 hours of patient care experience, and there's also 100% career placement. Our Medical Lab Science program offers clinical rotations in a level 1 trauma center. Our graduates pursue jobs in immunology, test development, and clinical consulting. We offer 3 paths to the Bachelor of Science Nursing. We have a credential which is online, and we also have an accelerated program which offers students who've already completed their bachelor's degree an opportunity to come back and in 16 months get their bachelor's in nursing. The affiliation we have with Carilion Clinic provides a wide-ranging array of clinical experiences, over 550 hours of clinical experience as well. Our respiratory therapy program blends classroom, laboratory, and clinical experiences using modern equipment and simulation labs. Graduates work in acute care facilities, sleep labs, home health, and there is 100% career placement. All of our programs that we offer here at Radford University Carilion are direct admit. This means you have to choose which program you want to apply. For freshmen, we are looking for you to take at least 4 English, 2 math, and 2 science. We would like those science to be biology or chemistry. For transfer students, we want to see at least 1 English and 1 math, 2 science also being biology, chemistry, or anatomy and physiology. Students come to Radford University Carilion for many reasons. We have high quality healthcare education, top faculty, small class size, and state-of-the-art labs. But what they also find is rich culture, active lifestyle, and people passionate about what they love to do, whether it's in the operating room or on the Appalachian Trail. We offer clubs and organizations such as the American Medical Student Association and Student Nursing Organization. Housing is not required for Radford University Carilion students, but we do offer luxurious apartments at the historic Patrick Henry Building, which is a newly remodeled Art Deco style facility across the street from campus. As a resident, you'll have access to fitness center, direct mail, as well as private food vendors on the ground level. We are currently accepting applications. You just go to radford.edu/apply. It is a free application. The one thing you have to do is hit that RUC logo because it is located on the same page as Radford University. We do ask students apply to one campus just so that we can make sure that you are getting the right attention, scholarships, and financial aid that you need. If you have any questions, whether about admissions or financial aid, please feel free to take a screenshot of this page and contact us. We are currently offering both on-campus and virtual visits for students. So if you'd like to go to Radford.edu, visit RUC. It's great talking to you, and I hope you've learned quite a bit about Radford University Carilion, and we look forward to welcoming you on campus soon. Thank you very much.
Sarah, thank you very much. And at this point, I'm going to, as we finish up answering questions in the Q&A, I'm going to ask each of our reps from each of our institutions to come back on camera and on microphone, or turn on their microphones, and make sure everybody is able to do that. If there are any issues with that. And very quickly, maybe 20 to 30 seconds each, I'm just going to ask you one question about campus. And specifically, I'd like to know for everyone who's attending and seeing this on the recording later, what your favorite campus and or school tradition is. And we'll start with Hollins University.
Thank you. Yeah, so my favorite tradition on campus just took place. It's called Tinker Day, and it's a random day in October where the president announces to the Tinker Day that classes are canceled. And as a community, the seniors disclose this to the rest of the community, and we all dress up in crazy costumes, enjoy Krispy Kreme donuts for breakfast, and then hike Tinker Mountain, which is right next to our campus. At the top, it's a really community-based day where we sing songs, do skits, eat fried chicken and mac and cheese, and then hike back down for the rest of the day. So it just brings the community together in a really stressful time mid-semester.
Excellent. Let's hear from Ole Miss.
Yeah, at Ole Miss, one of our favorite traditions has to do with my Zoom background. As you see, the Walk of Champions. Every home game in the gorgeous area on our campus called the Grove, we take tailgating to a whole nother level. And we love welcoming our football team, our coaches on our game days as they make their trek through the Walk of Champions on their way to Vaughn-Hemingway Stadium. And we cheer them on to a victory.
Fantastic. Fairmont State University.
We have in the center of campus, we have an old bell from our early history, and all the organizations take turns painting the bell to see who can come up with the most artistic or the most informative paint job.
Fun. University of North Carolina at Greensboro.
I'm going to go with a unique one. I think my favorite thing is we have a 40-year-old donut, or we're celebrating its 40th year on campus. I think in like 1980, they had a meeting and it was down in the basement of the library, and there was one donut left from the meeting and it sat there for a couple of days. And then they were trying to work a radio to get signal and it wasn't catching signal. So they stuck the donut on the radio and it worked. They got the signal. So it's like a prize donut and it's now in like its own case with like black velvet, and it's still in our library today. And we like full on celebrated. We just had like donut week this week. So we love that tradition.
That is definitely a unique tradition. How about Virginia Commonwealth University?
Yeah, my favorite one. It's sort of similar to Ole Miss. Before basketball, before I think the first basketball game, there is going to basically be a parade of some sorts with our student-led marching band, and just kind of a celebration to start the season.
Awesome. And Radford University Carilion.
As a health sciences campus, we are not a big rah-rah school, so we don't have the sports on our facility. But what we do have, I think is really unique, is each one of our programs has their own scrub color. So you can know exactly who's in what program based on their scrubs. Our surgical technology wears a nice royal blue, nursing is navy, and our medical lab science is grape, not to be confused with purple or lavender. So I think that's one thing that really brings our students together and has a sense of community.
Fantastic. Well, I want to thank you all for sharing your favorite campus traditions and for sharing all the other information about your respective schools. I love hearing about the traditions. And I want to thank everyone for joining us for this session. When you close this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this is just one of many sessions happening. There are lots of panels for coming up next week. So if you're interested in those, check those out at strivescan.com/Virginia. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording, as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/Virginia. Once again, thank you to each of our representatives for presenting tonight, and thank you all for joining us. Have a great rest of your evening. Thank you.